Hello guys, Mario and Sonic for the win here, back again to bring you another figure review. This time it is on the 1994 classic Dr. Ivo Robotnik, or Dr. Eggman. But anyway, this is the 3-pack with the Egg Robos for Sonic's 20th anniversary, but nevertheless, in this in-depth review we will be looking at the following topics: boxes, articulation, sculpt, accessories, pros and cons, warnings, and where you can get your own. Now I'm going to show you a detailed look at this pack's box. The packaging for this set of figures is absolutely beautiful. Got the nice window with all three of the figures showing to their completion. We have the 1994 up in the top left corner with the classic Sonic picture. The warning, ages 4 and up. Dr. Eggman with Egg Robos, and there we have the giant Sonic 20th anniversary logo, the Jazwares logo, and as I said, it's pretty evident where you can get that. It is a Toys R Us exclusive figure, so that is the only place you can currently get this, much unlike most of the Sonic Through Time figures. But in the background we have the Sky Sanctuary zone. I absolutely love that zone, very nice fit for this series of figures. In the back, we have the classic Sonic from Sonic Generations once more, and we have the Sonic blip again. You'd think they would at least put something for Eggman. The other characters I can understand, but still, beautiful packaging. I love it. Let's get into this guy and see what he has to offer to our collections. Okay, so here we have the figures out of their packaging. And let me just say, it was nearly impossible for me to get that one Robo to hold its gun. The other one, I tried for at least 15 minutes and could not avail to get this guy to hold his gun. Now it's a shame because without holding the gun, they can't stand up. So the gun is behind the one Egg Robo to keep him balanced, and somehow I managed to hold that one. But other than that, this pack is amazing. So let's get into Dr. Robotnik's sculpt. Okay, Dr. Robotnik's sculpt is incredible. I've come to a point with Jazwares that I really can't say much about sculpt because they've reached this perfection that all of their sculpts are nearly dead on, so there's not much I can say except for this thing looks identical to classic Dr. Ivo Robotnik, and the mustache is sculpted out with a somewhat pliable rubber or plastic. The nose is sculpted out, and same with the glasses. And the thing that I like is his cape is molded on, so it actually has some depth to it, as you can see there, which is very nice. It would be cool if it was a cloth, but that could easily be ripped. And same for the front of the cape, and the buttons are molded on as well. So the sculpt on this guy is beautiful. Everything looks good. The hands, his face, everything is amazing on this guy's sculpt, and that's pretty much all I can say. So that's it for Eggman. Now we'll take a look at Egg Robo sculpt. Now Egg Robo sculpt is really not all that bad. It has actually quite a bit of detail. There's a lot of sculpted in details that are molded in, and even with such black paint you can still notice some of the finer details on this figure, and that is absolutely breathtaking. So this guy has a very nice sculpt, but it is really just a shame that he cannot stand up very well. So, I mean, they do miss a couple paint details, such as the jetpack, and I'm pretty sure there's something on the head that's painted. That's not on the figure, but it has a very, very nice sculpt. And both of these are identical, so they're not different in any way, shape, or form. Except for somehow that one can hold the gun better, which blows my mind. Now we'll take a look at Dr. Robotnik's articulation. So in this figure, his head cannot move. It's pretty stationary, and that would make sense because the mouth is sculpted in and stuff. So firstly, his arm can move out a little bit, but it is restricted by the beard, and just a bulbous figure, he can't really move out too much. But it can move forward, backwards, and bend at the elbow, kind of in a swivel fashion. I like that joint a lot. The wrist can twist. And same exact thing for the other arm. Now, his waist can twist a bit. It's kind of stiff. You can see. Button's still in a line now. There we go. And his legs can move forward and backwards. Looks like he's doing a can-can dance, actually. But that is pretty much all the articulation there is to this guy, which is understandable because he's a Gigunda figure, and that is gigantic. Now, Egg Robo's articulation is pretty McDonald's toy-like. It actually can only move in the arms up and down. It can't move outwards like most Jazwares figures, only up and down, so it's not a big deal since these are basically an accessory to what is a perfect figure, so anything is a bonus, even though this doesn't have much articulation. So the accessories we have for this pack are obviously 2 Egg Robos, as you can see, and I guess what you can consider more accessories are their guns, which they can't hold properly. So, pretty cool accessories if they were completely functional, but still very nice accessories nonetheless. Now for the pros and cons on this pack. Pros, awesome. Not even awesome, amazing Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik figure. And another pro is somehow this guy stands, although being one of the biggest figures ever. He's got these little cricket legs and this big egg round spherical body, so it blows my mind how this guy can stand. And that is an awesome pro. But we have some nice accessories, awesome articulation, amazing sculpts, and this is just a very nice figure overall. As for cons, there are none for Dr. Eggman. However, the Egg Robos are basically the only con. They cannot hold their gun, and therefore they can't stand. So, since they can't stand, that is pretty much the only con, so I mean, they're still there if you put the gun behind them, so they can bounce like that, but it is a shame that they can't stand good, so that's the only con with this figure. The only warnings I can possibly think of when buying this figure is just make sure the paint is all correct, because some of the paint can be very messed up, chipped off, or just bad overall, and make sure limbs are attached. In terms of where you can get your own, this sticker should explain it. Toys R Us exclusive, so please don't ask me. Thank you for watching this Mario and Sonic For the Win figure review. If you liked it, comment, rate, thumbs up, and subscribe. If you want more like these, go to my channel and watch all the reviews. Thanks for watching, and stay way past cool.